Alright YouTube, here we're back after a couple of weeks. Last week I had an exam, so it didn't, so it didn't work out. I did come in, but by the time I actually got here with stuff, no one wanted to play. They'd already played their game, so it didn't happen for me. So today we're going to play a 21-point game. I'm actually playing Hordes this time. I'm playing Legion. I originally started out as Legion, but I didn't want to follow my typical path of gamingness, so I decided to go get back into Legion, and then I will be playing Retribution. I rolled a 5, won the roll off, so I deployed first, and I will go first. So my Legion army today will be a full unit of Ogre and War Spears. Alongside them is going to be a Carnivian. In the back, leading the whole thing, is going to be Lilith and 4 Shredders. Pretty much, I bought half of the 2-player battle box, and I already had the beginning battle box, whatever, the beginner set, whatever thingy. So this is pretty much a hodgepodge of what I had, and I ended up coming around with 21 points, being comfortable playing that. And then over on Retribution,
we have a Griffin, the Stormfall Archers with a Soulless Escort attachment, Lord Arcanist Ossian, a Manticore, an Arcanist, a Chimera, and way out front we have a Mage Hunter Assassin.
There we go. That is the Retribution list. I've played the Horde system maybe 2 or 3 times, so I am expecting myself to lose, but it's going to be fun, because not only is the Horde system just fun in general, but I'm going to learn a lot. So we'll be back in the middle of turn 1. Alright, here we're back in the middle of turn 1. Pretty much standard turn. Legion ran everything up. I'm actually getting more excited about this whole Shredder thing. I forgot how fun they are, so yeah. And then Shredder, Rabid Shredders, and then I think it's Witch Mark or something like that. Free charge. It's going to be good. So we're going to see how well I can manipulate this army against a Warmachine force. So we'll be back at the end of turn 1. Alright guys, we are back at the end of turn 1. It's still a pretty basic first turn for Retribution, but we'll go ahead and let him explain it.
Okay, pretty much what happened, the Griffin moved up into the forest, the Mage Hunter had quick input on it, and then ran 18 inches to get into a better position.
Yeah, from like there. It was stupid. I don't know where it was from. It was stupid.
The Stormfalls moved up. Ossian put Shatterstorm on them, because it's just a good thing to have on a range 14 unit. Ossian pretty much blew his load on those spells and then moved up behind a wall. Manticore ran up, Chimera ran up, and the Arcanist put Power Booster on the Chimera to let him do that.
Alright, that was it. Like I said, pretty much standard first turn. Sorry for the shaking there for a little bit. I had to switch hands. But we'll be back at the middle of turn 2, and we'll see what I can start doing. Alright, here we are. Back at the beginning, or I guess the middle of turn 2, technically. Pretty much, I walked the War Spears up. So they're sitting here, high and not really so high and mighty, but I thought I had range, but I was just like a 1/4 inch out. So that didn't work out for me, so they're kind of sitting in a really bad spot. So then over here, I decided I'll go ahead and plow into the forest as much as I can. So Carnivian, 3 Shredders, and Lilith are all in there. I forced 1 Shredder to go Rabid because I wanted the Pathfinder, and I was like, wait a minute, I have plenty of movement speed to get through there. I didn't to that spot, but everything else I did. I took a pot shot spray from the Carnivian onto the Light Warrior, I can't remember what his name is, onto the Griffin. I wasn't expecting to hit the Mage Hunter, but I was expecting to do a little bit something to the Griffin, but I rolled just a little too low. So that's part of the game. So that kind of forced me to not do very much with this guy, because that would put one of them over threshold. So pretty much just where I am right now. So we're going to see what I can do after Retribution, and then we'll be back whenever we do the recap for that. All right. Yeah. I mean, I understand. Go ahead. Just go ahead, explain it.
Okay. Ossian put 2 points on the Mana Core, 1 point on the Chimera, and 2 points on the Griffin. Then he moved up and feeded. He shot an Ogren War Spear and killed it, blew it up. The Chimera charged in and killed another War Spear. The Arcanist gave the Mana Core concentrated power, but he fell short on his charge, so he's just kind of sitting there looking angry right now. I do that to my heavy Warjacks a lot. The Stormfalls.
Star of the game.
One of them took out a War Spear. Then the other 3 combined, put a couple of points on the Carnivean and took out 2 Shredders. Oh yeah, I forgot about Shatterstorm. That would have made things fun.
Thank God I forgot about that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, just would have had an additional POW 6 blast when they died.
An additional POW 6.
But it could have saved me from shooting at that second Shredder.
Maybe. The big thing to remember with Shatterstorm is that it's a remove from play. I mean, it doesn't matter so much with Pilo, but if that was tagged, that would matter.
Right. The Mage Hunter Assassin charged in and on a boxcar attack roll dealt 16 damage to Lilith.
That was dumb.
So she blew up another Shredder.
Yeah, indirectly.
And then the Griffin charged in and put some hurt on the Carnivean. Mainly he's there to try and stop him from moving away.
So, yeah. We're going to see what happens on turn, that was your turn 2, so yeah. So we're going to see what happens on the 3rd turn. I don't know. Like I expected to be hurt, but we'll see what happens.
Wait for people to come into rough turn.
All right.
Then, oh look, mobility jacks.
Yep, we're back at the end of turn 3.
The end of the first player's turn 3.
Yeah. So yep. So actually, middle turn 3. I actually finally got to kill some things. Finally, after half my force has been taken out. Pretty much. Let's see if I can get this right. Two-handed through the Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Two-handed through the Griffin that way. So he landed there. Rabid Shredder ran up like 16 inches. I forgot how fun those guys are. War Spears did some damage. Some, I do say some. Not much, but some.
Oh, no, you knocked out the shield on the Chimera. He's a little bit damaged. Eruption.
Trying to think. Yep, then Lilith shot the knockdown Griffin. Eruption of Spines. Put a good hurting on my Shredder, but I also killed 2 of the archers, but meh. They're not all dead, so meh. So right now I'm sitting tight. I don't know how or what I'm gonna do, but we'll be back at the end of turn. So we are back at the end of turn 3. Yes, end of turn 3. Retribution just went, so we will let him explain what happened. Sorry for the shake.
Loaded up the Mana Core on Focus, gave it concentrated power with the Arcanist. It killed off all of the War Spears. After the Apparition movement from the maintenance phase, the Chimera was able to move kind of out of the way. The Solus whiffed, trying to kill the Shredder badly. And
Thank God.
Then the Stormfall somehow managed to, like, poke it in the brain somehow. And it's down to 1 health.
Those grenade arrows, man. You forgot to pull the pin, though.
Stormfall went to take a shot at the Carnivean.
Whiffed.
Didn't do anything. The Griffin rushed in and took some spiny growth damage.
Yeah, I forgot to say I put spiny growth on the Carnivean last turn. My turn.
Put, what, 2 points of damage on him. Knocked out his mind.
Yeah, but I can heal that back.
And that's pretty much where I stand. Ossian tried to take a shot at that Shredder with his last focus point, but it missed and then missed everything else it could hit. So
Yeah, so that's it. I'm still hurting bad. I honestly don't think I can pull this out just because there's a lot of stuff I got to crawl through, but I've seen people come back from worse. But so we'll see what happens here at the middle of turn 4. All right, that's the bridge of turn 4, the middle of turn 4. I did a little bit better than I thought I would. It worked out kind of alright, except the Shredder didn't frenzy. I rolled a 5 and I needed a 5. So that sucks. But oh well. Pretty much all I had was Lilith and the Carnivian. Lilith shot the Chimera, is that what that one is? What's this one then?
Chimera.
What's this one though?
This one. That's the Griffin.
Oh, I got them mixed up. So yeah, so she shot the Chimera, hit it, spiny growth it. That's hard to say. Cast the spiny growth. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still getting used to spells. Casted Eruption of Spines. It hit him. It hit a Stormfall. It hit somebody. Who is your repairman dude guy? Who's your repairman guy?
Arcanist.
The Arcanist, and then his caster killed all except. Well, killed the Arcanist and the Stormfall. Put some damage on the Chimera and some damage on Osrin. And then pretty much over here, the Carnivian just pretty much went ape shit. Excuse my French. Yeah, it's kind of funny though because he swung with his first hand, did all right, double ones, crit missed with his other hand, and then just box card hit on his head on his bite. So that was kind of cool. So he is dead, thank God. So then I riled for one, spiny growth on the Carnivian after I healed him with Lilith, and that's it. So this is, I don't know where this is going to go. This scares me. Him right there, that scares me. So this is going to be, not rough. Actually, it's going to be rough. So, yeah. So we'll be back at the end of turn 4. The turns are definitely getting shorter here at the end of turn 4. Retribution just went, so we'll go ahead and let him recap his turn.
Moved the Chimera over, tried Arcantric Bolting Lilith, boosted and missed.
By 1!
Couldn't do a whole heck of a lot there. Solus killed the Shredder though, hooray.
Finally, the Shredder. Poor little Shredder.
And then the Stormfall sniped at Lilith and I don't think he did anything. Yeah, he missed and then deviated away from her.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the Manicore moved up and was barely out of range to put any hurt on the Carnivian.
It was honestly millimeters.
So he's probably going to get torn apart.
So.
And that was the turn.
So yep, that's Ret turn 4. So we'll be back at Legion turn 5. Alright, back at Legion turn 5. Pretty much Lilith shot the Manticore, is that right? Alright, I haven't played Retribution very much, so I don't know the models, but Lilith shot the Manticore, did a few plinks on it. No? Oh no, yeah, I didn't know damage, but I hit it, and because of that I went ahead and casted Parasite on it, so it had a whole bunch of minus armor. Then I took a pot shot at Chimera. Thank you. Took a pot shot at Chimera. Over there, yeah, I missed.
Because you didn't feed.
Yeah. Well, I usually feed for casters, but I mean, oh well. Oh, I put vagina on too, and he has penis on. So, you know, it just works out that way.
All right.
I had to throw that in there. So yeah, I missed that. So I've got a Fury on me. Man, they don't have to watch it.
Admittedly.
It's their choice. So then pretty much after I shot that, put Parasite on it. Carnivian charged over, still in the forest, hit him. He.
Spray hit.
Yep, spray hit.
First, second hit miss, third hit miss.
Yeah.
Or no, third hit.
It happens after, during control phase after Legion.
Both my
bite finished it.
yeah, both my claws missed, or one claw missed, bite missed, the other claw missed, and I bought another bite and it did. Somehow he died. It doesn't matter. Somehow.
Bite missed.
It doesn't matter.
Claw missed. Claw hit.
It doesn't matter.
Bite hit.
I said that just out of order.
Said claw missed twice.
Oh well. Either way, Manicore is dead. So I only had one Fury on Carnivian. So I originally riled him for 2, but then I thought, well, Spiny Growth is 2, so I'm gonna put Spiny Growth on him. And so he's at 3. Lilith has 1. And we're gonna see if I can't make it past this next turn. If I can, I might be able to turn this around, but it's still kind of up in the air. So again, be back at the end of Retribution turn 5.
he's still got full
or
focus
this
to pull
is
in.
the end of Retribution turn 5. That was a very unlucky turn for him. That was just really unlucky. So we'll let him go through it.
Yeah. So I shot the Carnivian with Ossian's gun, put the debuff on him, and did absolutely nothing else useful for the rest of the turn.
Yeah, that was.
Moved the Chimera into the way. Moved the Solus and the Stormfall trying to take shots. No damage on anything. But the Carnivian cannot run or charge and is at -2 defense. So we'll see what happens.
Very true. So, as he said, we'll see what happens at the end of Legion turn 6? Yes. Yeah, Legion turn 6. So, that's the end of the game. Legion victory. That surprised me. I basically, beginning of my turn, Lilith was here. I walked her up, and I just started popping shots. I also popped my feet finally. So I needed a 12 to hit with Lilith while Oscar was behind the wall. So I rolled 4 dice. I actually got a 12 on 4 dice. So that was a stupid lucky roll. And then I boosted damage, and then I bought another attack, boosted the attack, boosted damage, and I got like at least 2 6s. He had 5 boxes left, so it was lucky kind of. And then if that didn't work, I had the Carnivian, who also was under Lilith's feet. He could have walked up, sprayed, ignored a little bit of cover, but meh. So I'm definitely very surprised that I actually won that game, being my first Hordes game in a very long time. So that was basically it. Does Red have anything to say?
It was definitely a learning experience for me. Once again, I've discovered that if I'm going to shoot with my jacks, I got to keep them back. Probably would have been better to wait a turn with the Mana Core and just make sure that he was out of reach of the Carnivian, so that he would have survived another turn, and then he would have actually done something useful for me. That really shot the rest of my stuff in the foot. So.
Well, those really kind of crappy.
So, even though he pretty much wiped out half my army in the first turn, I didn't solely pull it back. We both had help from third parties. It's just at the end of the game, I think the dice rolls were a little bit more in my favor. His dice definitely kind of crapped out on him towards the end, and my dice kind of really picked it up. So it was just, but that's the game. That's the game. So hopefully we'll be back next week, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's 21 points of Warmachine Legion versus Retribution.